But I do think, for example, in Diary of a Country Priest was a film that affected me very, very strongly. I don't make pictures like that, but the thing is, there was that wonderful moment where the priest says to one of the main characters, the woman in the film, and I haven't seen it in quite a while. And it's from the Bernanos novel, so this scene takes place in the novel too, in which he tells her, God is not a torturer, he just wants us to be merciful with ourselves. Which, when I first saw that, affected me very deeply. I think I was about 22 years old or 21. Really very strongly. And had a kind of, how should I put it, a healing effect. That doesn't mean...
emphasis on mercy rather than
mercy,
on sternness, let's say.
Yes, exactly. It doesn't mean you can go ahead and do anything that you consider bad. You know it's bad, if it's wrong. Yeah, I mean, put it this way, wrong, as opposed to right, in your own. So if you go and you're still doing wrong things, you are wrong. You know that. You could try to correct that. Do you give in to it completely? That's the pendulum that swings back and forth. And
but that even the person who does something wrong is deserving of mercy is what.
Well, that's what I think in the Bresson. Even the persons who live a life that committed many wrong acts, so to speak, is the Christian ideal is deserving of mercy, right? And that's a pretty provocative thing, especially today. In the world, with all this information, what people have done in their past and what they're doing, or all this sort of thing. Do they deserve mercy too? And if they've harmed so many people, well, in Christian idea, they do. How do you do that? I find it hard,
We all do.
We all do. But this is where Christ is pushing us, see. Maddening, but it's a challenge, and it's the right way, I think. In the case of Flowers of St. Francis, just the beauty of the idea that Francis of Assisi taking everything and saying, no, I discard everything. And I live free and open. And totally, again, provoking the Vatican to think differently about who they are. I don't know if it didn't succeed, certainly. I think the Franciscans apparently, right after Francis died, sort of went into a period of, it was just the opposite.
They got organized.
They got organized.
Became a standard organization.
Like a union. So it's like, unions corrupt sometimes, So it happens. This is, how should I put it? Man-made, as I say. But what Francis did was kind of interesting, really put it, again, in a very basic form, and also the idea of people laugh at or abuse, which is the holy fool, which is an interesting concept. Person's a fool, really.
But also holy.
Yeah, interesting, For what? For, as opposed to those who believe in knowledge, which I do. Fascinating. But it's, how should I put it? But with knowledge is always a kind of hazy effect. In other words, there's only so much, and then you only know so much, and there's more to know. You'll never know everything. And
Walker Percy talked about a guy who got all A's and flunked life.
Yeah, exactly. So
you can know so much, but
you know so much, but you still got to. And
it?
The life is what Francis does. Hard.
He knows how to live.
He knows how to live. Yeah, somehow. But he had gone through the Crusades. He came back through the fever. That long. So he had gone through a great deal and saw something else, and then made, at least for a while, made the Vatican and the organized church the power, the secular power of the church. Or political power, made them rethink who they are and what they really believe in. By that moment, I believe, what Pope was it? I forget. Innocent III.
That sounds right.
Yeah, I think one way he said it's okay when Francis went there to plead his case.
That he would meet the Pope at all was pretty striking.
It was amazing. Yeah, so that film has such innocence to it. And is a provocation because of that. It really is, because you say, well, who are these people? Why are they behaving this way? And they have such joy. And so they're very pleased, and they're helping it's madness. And it's wonderful madness, And it's beautifully made. And also the actors are actual monks, so it's a real thing. And then the other one, what was Pasolini's Gospel according to St. Matthew, or Gospel according to Matthew, as he took the saint off. That was one that has I think it's probably the best film on the Gospels, so to speak. The script is Matthew. The use of music is brilliant. The non-actors are brilliant. The whole idea of the whole approach, the kind of visual poetry, a kind of rough-edged visualization. Almost semi-documentary, not really, but more at that time they say cinema verite in a way. You almost felt like, you really feel, how should I put it, more than just being in a place and a time. You really feel the world of Jesus at that time. You feel it, and you feel his power somehow, and beauty, and a little afraid, the anger, the contradictions. I've come to separate father from daughter and daughter-in-law. This whole incredible moment where he does that malediction, so to speak. It's beautifully shot, and you really feel the use of Bach, the use of Leadbelly, all of this extraordinary music. So, he really did it. I had wanted to do one in 16mm black and white back in the early 60s of the Gospels, but shot on the Lower East Side, and everybody, and living in tenements. But then I saw that. So, canceled that.
Pasolini had done it. So.
Yeah, he did it in the actual period, but I was going to do it in modern dress, just kind of abstracted in a way. But there's something really, again, I guess a desire to engage the gospel in the modern day, in our lives every day. There was another film, Ordet was the other one, that Carl Dreyer did, that is so powerful I can't watch it again, because it has at the end, and I won't give it away, but it's faith transcends death.
And he actually makes that real on screen.
Yeah, based on a famous play, etc. And so it was so moving and so powerful that so necessary to look at again.